And this week we're talking about a lot more than Lorcana, aren't we?
Yeah, no, we're super jazzed to have 3 amazing guests on this week to talk about the drawing challenge that's currently going on Instagram. And I feel like for us Lorcana fans is kind of all over our Instagram feeds right now.
That's true. I mean, this is an intersection of art and Disney, and we've got a Lorcana connection and character design. It's like everything you could want. We have other Lorcana artists in the chat. Ari Welly, hello, who's been participating in December, and we may see some of your art. So I hope you're ready for that. But yeah, this is super exciting for us. These are, for those who don't follow them on Instagram, you should be following our 3 guests. And I don't think you realize the caliber of like Disney and art star power we have here tonight. It's just incredible. So it's going to be a real treat.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we could chat away, or we could let these wonderful women kind of introduce themselves through a video that they posted on social a few
and December. So you'll get that. You'll get that both before we welcome into the chat.
Hey yo, I have an announcement, but first let me introduce you to my friends. Meet Amanda McFarlane. Like me, she's also a character designer in animation, but you may know her from her Instagram, The Animated Life. She's worked with studios like Warner Brothers and Spa with Sergio Pablo. Now let's meet Whitney Paulette. Whitney is a toy designer and a concept artist. She's worked with Disney, Nickelodeon, Mattel, and so many more. She's also the brains behind December. That's right, the 3 of us will be participating and hosting a month-long drawing challenge where every day is Disney themed. So if you're an artist, grab your pencil. If you're a spectator, grab the popcorn, and let's make December magical.
That is the best introduction for
we debated if we should just introduce them, and we're like, you know what, we're gonna just roll Lauren's video because she did a better job than we could.
and with that, welcome Amanda, Lauren, and Whitney to the stream.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
I have to start by saying, I was so excited to see this come up on our social media feeds. I am going to just go ahead and out myself right at the beginning. Lauren, I've been following you on TikTok for a year now. I watch coffee draws every day. I am a huge fan, most definitely a little starstruck right now. And so thank you all 3 for being on the channel tonight. And, Lauren, you did such a great job of introducing Amanda and Whitney, but because it was on your channel, I feel like you didn't introduce yourself. Oh, and we lost Lauren. I was going to let Lauren introduce herself, so when she comes back, we will definitely do that. But thank you, Amanda and Whitney, for joining us this evening. We wanted to, first kind of, we know, Whitney, you are a Lorcana artist yourself, and we may or may not get to talk about another Lorcana artist that might be on the stream right now, that will be hopefully announced soon. But, wanted to kind of start by talking a little bit about Lorcana and how y'all got involved in that project. Whitney, kind of what was it like for you getting looped into that project?
It's the perils of live streams, right?
Love, everybody.
Sorry. Something it like went to my iPad downstairs, and then it went to my phone, and now it's on my computer again. So sorry. I'm here.
It's the fun of live streams. We do it all the time. We had a whole live stream drop like mid-stream once. So this is fun.
That was not fun.
But yeah, and hopefully Whitney's camera gets up soon. I actually, before we go to that, I just want to mention, we're going to talk about Lorcana some. We're going to spend, I think, a lot of the time talking about December and character design, and hearing your thoughts on that. But one of the reasons, like the thing about trading card games, and I've been playing for a long time, and a lot of our viewers have, the trading card games are, when you have a binder or a deck, it's almost like a miniature art gallery. And every time you open a pack of cards, you get to experience somebody's art. And I know there's a lot of players who over the years have discovered artists that they love, and started collecting art and started following people on social media just through trading card games. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of one of the intersections we have here are some incredible artists, and this card game, and a whole bunch of people who are playing this game who are now discovering you all and artists like you maybe for the first time, and that's really amazing. So for us, like December, Lorcana, it's all this incredible intersection.
Yes, we've been seeing a lot of Lorcana artists, like almost all of, At least the ones that I follow, they've all been participating in December, which has been fun. Or Disember.
December.
Emphasis on that first syllable.
Yeah.
Not dismember.
Dismember. I know that's been a real common topic for everybody. It keeps auto-correcting into dismember.
I know.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah, we kept having this like this when we were describing questions. Erin's like, we should ask why December, and I'm like, well, why do you mean why the month of December? She's like, no, why December? I'm like, no, I get it. And she's like, no, you're not hearing me right.
DIS.
Why December? And I'm like, oh. So I guess we'll start there. Like, you know, there's a lot of drawing challenges we could talk about, but why create a new drawing challenge? Like, why December? Why did it happen? What's the genesis?
Well, I want Whitney, I hope that she's able to get her camera to work, but I want her to talk about it because this is actually Whitney's idea, essentially. So first of all, I'm obsessed with drawing challenges. And I know Amanda is too. Amanda does her own drawing challenges. She also participates in as many, like, I think I've seen you participate in almost all of them.
Yeah, as many as I can.
Right. Which ones did you create? Did you create Marvel July?
Yeah, Marvel July. Yeah, I did that one. And I just do random ones every year too, like Star Wars or even there was like a nostalgic one once. Just throw back to the 80s and movies and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm always up for a good challenge.
Yeah, it's great. It's like a great way to produce content and practice your skills, meet new people. I mean, why the question is why not do another drawing challenge? And then Whitney and I already host Mermay with Tom Bancroft, and we just love drawing. And we have a monthly drawing challenge now that is expanded from Mermay. So first we have the big, competition in May, and then every month we have one prompt word that participants have the entire month to draw. And then Dell has sponsored the year-round Mermay, so Dell is giving out fun prizes. This month, Andy Park, the artist Andy Park, he is giving a portfolio review. And then Dell is also giving away fun, like, tech. So anyways, we love drawing challenges. I am no stranger to hosting them, and so is Amanda. Amanda doesn't normally do videos though.
No, you guys are professionals at that. I like to do it backstage and hide.
Well, it is funny. We were making our thumbnail. We had a heck of a time. We were like, clearly Amanda prefers to just use her profile pic, so we went with that.
Yeah.
Which
and
is
like
funny.
me and Whitney, we plaster our faces everywhere.
Well, like Erin said, the videos are amazing. It's so funny. Like as a non-artist and somebody who I wasn't on Instagram terribly much before starting to follow like every Lorcana artist I could. We started doing interviews with artists, like Lorcana artists, when the game was first announced, and we had the privilege of meeting quite a few now. And every single one of them has a story about a drawing challenge or a piece of art that they created in a drawing challenge that then they turned into some project. Like Ariwelli, who's in the chat, had a piece that he did for Creationary, which is Creatures and January. Is that right?
I haven't heard of that one.
It sounds fun.
And then he turned around and turned it into this playmat here after working on it some.
Awesome.
But this started as in a drawing challenge, and then became a physical product, which is super cool. And one more, if I could share another intersection of Lorcana and drawing challenges. Kendall Hale did this drawing challenge one year. And he says that Shane Hartley and the rest of the design team saw it, and this is what got him into Lorcana, was participating in this drawing challenge and posting it, and they saw it and liked it, and now he's a Lorcana artist because of a drawing challenge, which is super cool.
Well, so in Mermay, we went to Lightbox, which is an animation conference, and we hosted Sense Labs sponsored and hosted a panel discussion about this very thing. Lorcana was there, and basically we talked about how drawing challenges are fun. They exercise your skills. They get your name out there, but also they help you get jobs. And like you said, the Lorcana recruiters are out there looking at hashtags, looking at artists, and this is exactly what they use to find someone for their projects. So it's definitely, it's fun, but also almost a necessity. I treat it like a job. I don't know. Do you treat it like a job, Amanda?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a way of life.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. Yeah, it's great. Drawing challenges are great to get seen for sure. I think
Oh,
it's
for sure.
I think everybody should be doing it. Because
Yeah,
the algorithm is crap anyway on Instagram. So when you have a drawing challenge, it gets you seen a lot faster.
yeah, it gets you seen a lot faster, but even if it doesn't, like even if for some reason it's not working, like for Mermaid, we had this issue where people were using the hashtags, but for some reason their art was not being shown under the hashtag. And that's happened to me too. I don't know. Instagram's a fickle woman. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it, you know, you still meet artists and you can network side to side, and you know, and build your own little communities, and maybe like start a Discord channel and you know meet more people. And anyways, it's a great place to be, and essential for artists like us to treat social media and these sorts of contests and challenges like a job. But
Networking
it
is key.
looks like Whitney, I don't know how, it looks like Whitney's
Yeah,
played.
got her.
There she is.
She is.
We see you.
Whitney, you're
hear you
here.
guys, but at least I'm here. It seems like you
Yeah.
guys can see me.
We can see you.
Yes, good to see you.
Carry on.
Wait.
Well, no, Whitney, can you tell them how you thought of the idea December? Because Whitney and I are just, or Amanda and I are just hanging on your coattails, basically.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all you. Tell us.
You don't know?
How'd you come up? You don't know
I don't
how
know
you
if
came
Whitney
up
can
with
hear. Whitney can't hear us.
I guess I'll just share our conversation that we had. But I wanted to do a new drawing challenge that was different. We had been doing a lot of mermaid art, and I just wanted to do something else. And I also do a lot of dog related art and pet and cat and animal related artwork, and I was just getting a little bit burnt out on those things. I just wanted something different. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm finally here. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know.
No. It's this platform. It does it all the time.
I
So you're
see.
good.
Yeah, because I was here at the beginning and I could see myself just like I can see all of you guys. So I was like chiming in and nothing was happening.
Nothing.
Anyway, that explains it.
It happens like every week. I think.
Okay, so can
What
you
are we talking about?
say how did you come up with December, Whitney?
Oh my gosh. So Lauren was like, hey, I was thinking about doing something called Dollsember,
Yeah.
where it would be toy design. And I was like, so cute, love that. But I would feel a little uncomfortable as a toy designer, you know, getting people's ideas for toys. And then if I worked on something similar, they would think that, you know, there'd be some kind of weirdness. And I don't want to deal with that. However, how cute would it be to have like a Disney themed month, like Disney-sember? And Lauren was like, December. And I was like, you're a genius. And
I was like, yes, we did it.
Stopped. I was like, that'd be so cool. I'd love that. I personally love drawing Disney characters. I know so many people do. Like, they're just fun to draw. So I kind of forgot all about it. And then right before December started, Lauren said like, hey, you know, I like put together this prompt list. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what we were talking about. Like,
Just out of nothing.
yeah, I was like, oh yeah, like that. Oh, you remembered and you still care, you know? Okay. And so Amanda and I went through the prompt list and we kind of tweaked it and refined it and added a little bit more depth to it, where we like, you know, had a lot of homages to animators and you know, the classics, but then also I don't remember. I think it was Lauren, you were like, why don't we do some live actions? You know, Amanda was like, why don't we do some TV animation? I'm like, what about animated shorts? And so we really started kind of fleshing it out and creating something that us as Disney fans and artists and character designers and just, you know, people who love animation, like would really get excited about. So we poured so much love into putting this prompt list together, and it really seems like people can tell, you know, because they're getting it too. And so it's just been like unbelievable seeing how much amazing work and so much heart is going into these pieces. And then also seeing like, I don't know, John Ripa's, animation test, and like Tom Bancroft's like, original work from like Pocahontas, and like all these really cool animators who get a chance to like dig up their classic stuff and like share the behind the scenes stuff that they probably weren't like sharing back then either, so it's just been like truly a treat every single day. It's giving me life. I feel so blessed. And I know that's corny, but like, every day I'm like, oh wow, like this is amazing, so
yeah. Also, I was talking to Tom and John, and they were both like, this is the easiest drawing challenge that we've ever participated in ever.
Yeah.
Show our old work.
Right? Oh, Tony Bancroft's in it too. So many great guys. Like they're so cool. But yeah, I'm sure it's been easy for them too. I mean, it's been kind of easy for me too because I have a lot of Disney toys. And I've just like been collecting and hoarding things from, every job I've had with Disney. So it's cool to like be like, oh my gosh, look at this. These character model sheets, look at these things, and they're not as cool as the animation, but it is like for me, fun to share. Like I just like geek out all the time, so it's cool that people care. Yeah.
I would love to ask, Wendy, you talked a little bit about the prompt list and kind of how y'all came up with it. In y'all's opinion, what makes a good prompt for these challenges? Like, what are you guys looking at?
Who, me? Oh,
yeah.
I think we all
just poke Whitney and Amanda with a stick and be like, "Hey, you like this? Hey, you like this? Hey." So basically, I just threw a bunch of Disney. I even included Pixar, and I just did characters. I like did it very simple and put zero thought into it. And
it wasn't zero thought. It was like,
well, I just tried to poke you with a stick. I was like, come on, let's do this.
Yeah.
So
the only one I did was magic.
You guys did,
which is a great one.
Whitney said that we needed more interpretive prompts. So like it was really on the nose. It was just character. And so she was like, we need something that inspires people or makes people think or can pull from different movies that maybe were not listed on the list,
It was a conversation for sure. It was like, what if, this is that? And also because Lauren and we hosted Mermaid last year. Right. And so we learned so much from Mermaid, and like seeing the prompts that get people really excited versus the ones that seem kind of expected. So I think that, honestly, some of the interpretive ones stump people for Mermaid, I think. But for December, it seemed to be really inspiring. So I think it just kind of depends on the audience, I don't know.
Yeah, and they have a lot of it's Disney, so they have a lot to pull from.
Yeah.
Instead of just like a random mermaid that they got to come up with.
Yeah.
So I have to say, I love the art that was created off the Mary Blair prompt, and that was like such a unique prompt in the whole list. Like having one of those, Disney animators that y'all are using to inspire the art itself. I really loved the art that came off that day.
You're skipping a day. I have these in order.
Oh yeah, sorry. Liam's scoured Instagram for December art for us to take a look at, and
it's true.
I've been saving. I didn't tell anyone, but I've been collecting the bangers. And so I was mid-month, I'll put together like what do you call it? A flutter cut of like all of the really gorgeous pieces. I mean, everybody's making amazing stuff. It's really, really hard to choose, but yeah, I have a lot of Mary Blairs in there for sure.
Well, it's so cool to see like where people's heads go with some of these, and because there's a lot of them that are open-ended, like snow or magic, where you could go 100 different directions, and then there's some that are kind of on the nose, except like Beast, for example. Beast, a lot of people did Beast. And then there's some people that did like other villains that they interpreted as a beast, like Gaston or something being the true beast. And so it's really neat to see how people interpret these. It's neat.
My favorite beast was Amanda. She was
Killed it.
with
She
two
killed.
hands.
She's such a show off with that double hand.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, that was so cool.
Show off or not, like my
It's a
mind
video,
was
I mean.
blown.
Oh,
I was in my head, I was hearing that Aesop Rocky song where it's like beast, you know, I love bad bitches, that's a fucking problem. You know that song?
Cover your baby's ears.
Sing it for us,
she's
Whitney.
good. Where's oh man, if I was on it, I would pull it up, but I'm not that good.
Yeah, actually, is this a young person show? I'm so sorry for cursing, everybody.
Oh, it is. Oh, look at this. All right, hold on. We're gonna see if we can.
It's a young person show?
No,
No.
Okay,
we're
good, because
good.
I'm wearing my signature shirt.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I had a scare a couple of years ago that like with my right hand, and I was like, oh no, I can't lose it. I have to practice my left. So that's what inspired that.
Yes.
Still learning.
You have an account just for your left hand. I followed
Yeah.
it last year, I think.
Anyway,
Yeah. It doesn't have
there
much
it
on
is.
it.
But what's also cool, like, you see a lot of traditional art, but then it's really cool seeing people break out, the pencil and paper and the pad and do stuff like some people like Alice Pisoni, a Lorcana artist, busted out this amazing grandmother willow in like completely traditional, and I was like,
The gouache, dude! I thought that was printed.
Beautiful.
Like I was like, what a beautiful print. And then I think I had to carousel it over, and I saw it was gouache, and again, like jaw on the floor. I was like, what?
yeah. I low key asked if like I could have it for our studio, and she's like, no, my mother stole it. So
Yeah.
Oh, her mom.
Lucky.
yeah.
She was the winner for one of our monthly mermaids. Which month did she win? I can't remember.
Oh, I can't remember either. But yeah,
She's
what a
amazing.
talent.
That's
sweet,
one of my
so
favorites.
nice.
So far.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And
I didn't interrupt.
And fun note for the audience too, since we're talking about Alice and Whitney did collab on Whitney's Lorcana card, so there's a fun connection there.
She took it away. I had like thumbnails and some fashions, and she made it a card. I mean, really, I would say she did it. She's amazing.
They planted the seeds. But speaking of stuff, like I did queue up some that I found. A lot of these are Lorcana artists, as you would imagine, that are participating. So we kind of combed Instagram as best we could and found some, again, Lorcana December connections and some yours as well. But it's just an example of how, Mouse, people took it a bajillion different directions. Whitney, you have that video is incredible. For anybody watching, this is a video of a bajillion different mini sketches and different clothes, and you should watch it. And then Peter Brockhammer. Oh, it is right there. Peter Brockhammer like drew himself as a mouse.
He did a self-portrait.
That's a self-portrait as a mouse. He's another Lorcana artist. And then Ari, who is in the chat right now, did this mouse. I think it's from Cuphead, but inspired by the prompt. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh, gorgeous.
Peter is the bomb. I mean, everybody here is amazing, but I love Peter. He's so good. Like as a person. And
He
as
is
an
so
artist.
wonderful. We got to meet him last weekend. He's such a wonderful human being. And I love, of all of this, leave it to you artists. Like we didn't see a straight up Mickey. Like y'all all interpret it in a different way. And I loved that we didn't just like open up Instagram that day and it was a whole bunch of Mickey Mouses.
I
Finding
did
all of these.
So many
You
great
what?
mice.
Oh yeah, Lauren did every single mouse.
Yeah, she did. She was.
Oh.
Universe.
Lauren did do every single mouse for.
Oh,
Way to put us all to shame that day. man.
Okay, Lauren, you went hard that day.
I had one day to prep in advance. So
Yeah, she did it
I
all
put
in
one
just one day.
it was like half of one day, half of another day. But,
Which is one day, which equals
but
one
yeah,
day.
one day. Yeah.
No, you guys, Lauren can freaking draw, dude. Like, I mean, we all know
He
that.
does
but,
so
like,
fast.
she can color, and she would like color this whole thing, and I think it was like an hour. And she said like the loose sketch, and she was like, "I'm thinking something like this," and then it just posted like an hour later, and I'm like, "How the heck did you do it that fast?" And she's like,
I don't know.
"Is that fast? I thought it was normal." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
You sure you're not drawing with your left hand too? Like 2 different pictures?
No.
Guys, you're super
You guys draw just as fast, so don't even.
I thought I drew fast, and then I met you guys.
You do draw fast. I've seen you do the live draws at Mermaid. Live draws really mess me up because when I draw, I can't hear anything. I hear nothing. I can't hear music. I don't listen to it's like I'm in the zone. So when I do a live draw, I'm looking at the chat. I'm talking to Wit. I'm doing all the, so I'm slow. But Wit is just.
Oh, I love it. I love like drawing and chatting. I think it's my favorite thing in the world. If I have to work and I'm just alone, it's kind of like I drag, like it's tougher for me. I think it's easier and more fun with friends.
We've
If I
had
go
a
out
few.
with you need to go.
I was gonna say, when are you gonna get on TikTok then?
Me on TikTok? I mean, I have a TikTok page.
But you gotta like do the chatting and the drawing thing.
Like a live? I mean, maybe if Lauren pokes me again. I just need Lauren to constantly poke me.
Hey.
I
do live draws on TikTok when I want to secretly be away. Because I have less followers on TikTok than I do on Instagram. And so I'll just message a few friends. I'll be like, I'm going over to TikTok to do a live. You guys want to come? And it'll just be like 7 of us. Which is fun.
Well, now 8 of us.
I stopped doing. I tried lives a few a year or 2 ago on Instagram, and I can't. I end up drilling and just drawing and I can't do 2 things at once.
I'd watch that. That's good.
Yeah, right.
I say that's good television. I don't know what
It's entertainment.
Amanda, you have to do it in tandem with something. That's a good live. Is when you have 2 people and you can talk during the lulls.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 3, and then I'll just draw in the background.
I do like that actually. We used to Lauren and I. We had the drawing showdowns, and it would be 4 panels in the Instagram live, and then 3 people would draw and 1 person would moderate. And I loved moderating. It was nice. I would read all the questions and make sure the conversation was going well. Just it was going.
People were
fun.
Communicating.
Yeah, any bullies, get them out of here. It wasn't often. Sometimes
There's
a lot of blurs.
Whitney the bouncer.
Yeah, beat it.
Oh, Character Alley says, why are they all staring at Mickey? The concept behind this illustration was everyone in a room arguing over who is the mouse.
Yes.
I'm the mouse. No, he's the mouse. I'm the mouse.
Oh.
I love it.
Yes.
It did have
love it
everyone
too.
in a Spider-Man costume. There was a sketch of everyone in a Spider-Man costume going like this.
Oh, yeah, point.
But I wanted to do too many. There was too many, so I was like, I can't
So many.
do everyone in a Spider-Man costume. So I'll just do it.
You did such a good job.
In their
It came out great, and there's some deep cuts. I feel like.
Yeah, the teacup drunk mouse.
Yep. And the rescuer, the kangaroo mouse. Is that a kangaroo mouse? Is that the species? I don't know what it is. The Australian mouse.
So. The one from Rescuers Down Under. My favorite, Susie, the seamstress from Cinderella.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then Minnie's up front. You can't tell, but she's right there.
Oh, look at that!
Oh my god, I didn't know.
Easter egg. I never would have noticed.
Did it again.
Oh, let's move on to another day just for fun. Speaking of Mary Blair ages ago, this is I think most of the audience knows who Mary Blair is. But does anybody want to describe real quick Mary Blair and her relationship with Disney, her importance to Disney, and why this was such a great prompt and kind of, I don't know, a way to honor Disney and the legacy of the films?
Yeah, who wants to go? Amanda knows. I mean, we all know, but I feel Amanda, you have a special place in your heart for her.
I love Mary Blair, but I don't think I love her as much as you do. So you can go.
Me? Oh my god! I mean, I do. I love all the Disney animators. I'm such a fangirl. But yeah, I think Mary Blair is just she's a pioneer. She was a woman. She was a concept artist, biz dev artist. Her color theory was beyond
Phenomenal.
Yeah, and like people are still trying to emulate, but they can't. It's hard for them, at least. I think it's harder for most people to actually find that inspiration in nature, which I think is what Mary Blair did. Like she would just pull these abstract shapes, these very simplified shapes and colors from the world, and like, you know, interpret them in this really abstract, fun, kid-friendly, but also, you know, sophisticated way. She was just such a fabulous woman, and Walt Disney knew it, you know, and he really elevated her. And then when he passed away, she kind of like didn't have the same support, that she once did. And I don't know, it's wild, you know, but it was great that he saw something in her and really gave her the ability to like breathe life into every single concept that came out back then. Don't you think?
Yeah, her stuff was so different than the rest of it. Like,
Yeah.
it's so hard to draw in her style. I don't know if you guys had the same issue. That's why I had to draw it like in pictures and then draw her.
I love that you drew her. Like you like, you know, paid homage to her. I thought it was so beautiful. And Lauren's hilarious, of course.
I love Lauren's.
Lauren's
I saw
self-portrait,
there
I
was
love
like
that.
a drop shadow and like this grain that you added. I noticed like the teeniest little details.
I studied her work. It's so hard though. I was actually talking to Adam Bunch. He's a Lorcana artist, and he and I we didn't know. We were chatting before, and we're like, "Are we gonna try to emulate her style?" Oh, Adam's right there. There he is in the top left corner. But we were like, "Are we gonna try to emulate her style, or are we gonna draw her, drawing her like at her desk? Like, there's like different ways we could go here." It was tough.
But it's open. It's whatever anyone wants to do, whatever they feel inspired to do. That's what I like about it, you know? And that's why we get so many, like, such a breadth of work and creatives. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So speaking of like drawing her, like, so Brian Weiss's piece, another, you know, fantastic Lorcana artist, he's actually staring at one of Mary Blair's Alice concept pieces. The Mad Hatter is. So it's the Mad Hatter admiring, you know, one of Mary Blair's originals, which is another fantastic.
I love the glow that he had, like coming off of it. It's awesome.
I do want to highlight Ari's comment because I think it's interesting. So for Ari Welly is another Lorcana artist, incredibly talented. Ari's actually colorblind. And so he pointed out that Mary Blair had poor eyesight just like he does, and that admiring like what she did with her career was a huge inspiration for him. So that's something neat. And Ari's
I didn't know that.
Thank
you, Ari. I also learned that Monet also had terrible vision. So that's why everything was so, the impressionism of like the blur and everything, it was actually just because he had bad eyesight. I thought that was so cool.
Fascinating. I did not know that.
I did not know.
Makes me appreciate my astigmatism.
Just like working within your strengths and still being able to like shine through given your own limitations, and, you know, leaning into that
right?
in a really amazing way. It's incredible.
Or your weakness, like turning your weakness into your strength. I mean, like as a visual artist, like having bad vision and then making that the aesthetic, like that's so cool.
Yeah, that is really awesome.
Yeah. He corrected me. It's not colorblind. I forget what the condition's called, but he sees double. But
astigmatism, probably.
Yeah. Ariel will probably correct me in the chat. Yeah, fascinating.
Amanda, I love your snow picture. I saw it that morning, and just because White Christmas is our family, like we watch it every Christmas Eve, and I just love how you just like totally nailed that scene.
Thank you so much.
That
was a lot of fun.
I feel like I'm the waitress taking the order when I look at it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh, that was so good. Yeah, Whitney, you're just so good too. So pretty.
It was just a sketch in a sketchbook, and then I colored it on my new phone. It's
on your
cool.
phone.
This phone's rad. I just got it, and it's like there's like Sketchbook Pro, but it's a sketchbook app, and I really like it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's for those who don't like draw, like your description of like, yeah, I sketch it, and then I was on my phone doing it. I was like, it's kind of mind
Yeah,
blowing.
on their phone. It's crazy.
Yeah, no big deal.
You guys, if you tried it, you'd be like, oh, this is really easy and intuitive. And I'm not impressed at all with Whitney's skills, you know?
All right, I'm gonna take you up on that. Draw on phone.
So I will say Liam and I had an opportunity to go to Lightbox, and it was the first night, I think, where they went and had that networking event at the Westin. I don't know if y'all went to that, and it was absolutely crazy. Nobody could get in. Anyway, we were sitting around a table with a bunch of artists who are all like sketching, and Liam and I are just in complete and utter shock watching, you all do what you do. And one of them hands me a sketch pad and was like, sketch something. And I'm like, no, I can't draw. And he's like, no, you can just sketch something. And I'm like, okay. And I actually I don't know how to draw. I can draw a stick figure. And he's like, yeah, draw a stick figure. So he drew a stick figure and he's like, okay, now sign it. And I'm just like, I can't. So the fact that you're like, yeah, just grab your cell phone and you could totally do it.
Oh, but
I will give it a try, but
I'd love to see your stick figure.
Yeah, I would love it too.
Need to
I'm
post
a
it.
strong believer that art is a learned skill and not necessarily a talent.
yes, exactly.
All gestures start with a stick figure.
Yeah.
that's true. So many Lorcana artists, Matthew Robert Davies, Kenneth Anderson, a few others, when we do our interviews with them and we ask them about, how they got into art or whatever, like everyone has some version of this quote, which is, all kids draw, some kids never stop. And to describe their journey to, becoming a professional artist. And so, yeah, no, you're describing it as a learned skill is right. It's just intimidating,
It is.
You have to be okay with not drawing well for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people aren't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I always love just like incrementally getting better. It's like, oh, I did the nose better this time. Like, I like it. Or I did look at that ear I just did. I like that. It's like the small discoveries.
Mhm.
That's why I loved drawing as a kid, and then I still do it. I still find like interesting textures or, line weights or, the curl of a hair. Like just the tiniest little surprises are what make it fun,
wow, that was poetry.
Yes,
Was
it was. It was beautiful. I almost wanted
Give
to
me
hear
a
like a
break.
violin or something.
Yeah, right. I was joking.
Yeah, this can be. We're make that into a short. There we
Well,
go.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I agree. What's what you said?
No,
Oh
I'm
my
nervous.
goodness. Yeah, it's just always learning.
That's
and
why I'm
learning.
all day.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about like deep poetry of things that y'all say. So I watched again, and I'm going to sound like a broken record. I watched one of Lauren's TikToks, and you were talking about your sister asked you to pick like your favorite illustration you've ever done, and you said something that I really, really loved, and that was a single image bears the weight of storytelling.
In illustration. Yeah.
In illustration.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so like just poignant and really all encompassing. So in y'all's opinion, what makes like a good illustration? What bears that weight?
Okay.
Whitney has a good result. Sorry if we were about to, but Whitney always says draftmanship takes you only so far, but vibes is where you get somebody.
Yeah, you got to relate to your audience, and like it has to be, for me, it has to be like emotional or something that has to, I don't know, has to tell a story, has to relate to someone. Like yes, a single image is great, but if you can bring in the audience and make them feel that image, then that's way better.
Yeah. So. I love the emotionality. Like that's what I always look for too. And you can find a mood and an emotion even in like a landscape, color. There's so many ways to express something. It's always easier with characters, but you could totally do it with anything.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, that question or this idea, of illustrating, storytelling. We do on our channel, like for the Lorcana fans watching, we do a lot of like art analysis and digging into cards and seeing what art resonates with people and what doesn't. And inevitably, I mean, the art that is always the most popular and the art that is always the most appealing are the ones where there is some sort of narrative, even if it's subtle. You know, us staring at a because there's some cards where it's, you know, us staring at a character, you know, and it's cool, it's a beautiful piece, but it doesn't resonate like, you know, Tinkerbell, you know, looking down at a ship of pirates, you know, with the Lost Boys on the cliff, or even if it's some sort of like nuance in the piece, which says the character is, which indicates the character is about to do something or is affected by something. And,
That's cool.
and so that is interesting. Anyway, kind of my riff.
That's
on
cool.
that.
No, I want to hear more. So you ask the audience that you have, like, which cards do you love the most? And it's the story, the ones that have like really great dynamic storytelling. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And sometimes the story is subtle. You know, like the most popular piece I would argue in the first set is the giant Tinkerbell, done by Cookie. You know, Tinkerbell looking at the pirate ship, and there's a clear narrative there. The second most popular piece, I think, is Rockstar Stitch, which is simply it's an angled shot of Stitch, you know, and you've all probably seen it, but it's him at a concert. And there's no like overt narrative there, like there is in the Tinkerbell, where you're like, you clearly see the story playing out, but you can see that Stitch is at a rock concert, something's going on, the emotion, you can picture the scene in front of him, even if you're not seeing the character, you know, close by the character. And just using those two pieces as examples, I think the reason that they're so popular and they resonate so much with fans are not only that the characters are popular and seen in new ways, but also it's placing them in a moment. And you can imagine that moment and that scene playing out and the emotion of it. And there are some other fantastic looking cards that you know, and it's not the artist's fault. I mean, there's art direction in Disney and all this stuff, but there's other cards that are where you have a static character and you're looking at them and the art is beautiful. But I don't think that art will ever, and that card will ever resonate the same way as one of these narrative pieces. Like John Lawrence Honey Wizard's another one, which I just got to shout out. But
Nice.
anyway.
That's a
Anyway.
And also, like, who
Now you
doesn't
have
want to be a
story.
rock star? You know, like, that's what a lucky break to get such a cool card.
Right?
Yes.
As a fun side, just storytelling. Sorry, I'll get back to the main point in a minute. But another thing about Rockstar Stitch, just I love telling the story, is Samanga, who did the piece, Samanga Sabaya, also known as Pandas, from South Africa, and grew up in Soweto, and always imagined the story of Stitch resonated with him because here's Lilo, who's, you know, a young kid, not a lot of friends, and Stitch shows up and is a, you know, support for him, and he always imagined a Stitch, you know, showing up and getting to be like the Lilo in that story. And so when he got to do Stitch, that really resonated with him, and I think you see that passion for the character come across in the piece, which is really cool. Anyway,
I love that.
Story.
That's so cool.
Anyway, I'm gonna change slides because Tarzan.
Oh, this was such a fun day.
Lauren, you killed it. This pose and the expression, like everything.
sorry,
about it is so
Tarzan's
good.
Did the look
Tarzan.
at, so.
You did too, Lauren. We picked this one because pretty expressive.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
awesome.
such an underrated movie. Like,
Oh yeah, so good.
I feel like it was like end of the Renaissance, and you know, it was like the Phil Collins music, so like the characters weren't singing themselves, but you know, such a I still remember the day my dad picked me up from summer camp and took me to go see Tarzan. I don't know why that's like ingrained in my memory.
Perfect day and memory. Picking up from summer camp to go see Tarzan. What a perfect day.
It was a pretty great day. Yeah.
It's crazy. I do have to shout out. I forget. Was it you, Whitney, who did the Phil Collins on the beach for this day?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It was the best thing I've ever made in my entire life. I might as well just quit. I'm gonna be a gardener now.
Pretty amazing. Everybody, you know, if you're watching, go look at day 4 on Whitney's profile, because it's I can't even. It's just good.
You're welcome.
It's
everybody.
amazing. I love
Phil
that
Collins
one so
went-
much.
so much harder than he had to in this movie.
Oh, yeah, this is so stupid.
He'll live
But
forever
I
in my
did-
memory.
I did it because like Lauren was talking about Tarzan, and I was like, I sent the meme, and I was like,
Yeah.
"This meme," and then and I was like, I think I'm gonna do the meme for Tarzan Day. So anyway, yeah, we have a group chat, the three of us, and we basically talk about what we're gonna do, and then hype each
Talk
other.
about other artists that are like amazing.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun. I love it.
That's awesome.
All good things.
All good things.
All good things.
All
of course.
all good
Of
things.
course. I can't even imagine. Yeah, what could you possibly say bad? Honestly.
I mean, I don't know. There's just so many talented artists doing the challenge right now.
Yeah, but another, this is just another example though of how, every artist in this piece, well, most took random characters, Tantor, and then I don't think the leopard has
Did
a
you
name, but
Google that before
No.
the live stream, or did you just
I
pull
know
that out of your
that
hat?
name. I know random Disney things. So-
What's the tiger? Is it like? I want to say like
Sephora?
Oh.
No, that's from from Jungle Book.
So somebody in the chat's gonna have to point. Sabor is my guess. Somebody in the chat's gonna.
I said
Google
it so
for me.
quietly, like I know this is wrong, but yes, please come through. Oh yeah,
Thanks.
Alice's leopard. You know what's cool about Alice's presentation is that she had half of it on one image, and then it was a carousel, so you swipe right and you saw the other, and it was just so massive. It was like interactive the way she did it. I was like, that's so clever and so well done. Sabor. All right, cool.
I think
It's Sabor. Oh, okay.
the only reason I think I know that is because of Kingdom Hearts, where you actually fight that tiger.
Oh, cool.
Deep
Oh my god,
dive.
the animation on Sabor was like insane. Wow. Remember that?
Yeah, his angles, like the angles that he got into. Yeah, it's really neat.
But also,
His, like,
you
shoulder
can
blades.
feel the floopiness, like the elasticity of just like
Floopiness was correct.
floopiness. The floopiness.
It's a technical
Right?
term.
Yeah.
Yeah. At one part where he's like jumping all over the net to get the baby. That's like crazy.
Yeah. I've seen
So
like
stressful.
cats do that. Genius. So great.
There's another one. I also love. Got to shout out Peter's. It's another self-portrait, by the way, that Peter jammed out for this one.
Oh yeah, Peter's self-portrait.
Did he do a
Wonderful
villain?
art.
for his self-
I don't think Peter did a villain
Oh, let's see that.
Peter.
I want to see a
Yeah.
self-portrait villain.
yet.
he
Oh, by the
doesn't
way,
do
we
it-
also Ari with 2 days in one there, giving himself a helping hand. Day 4 and 5 in one image.
So cute. Oh, Kendall's is so nice. Look at that.
Oh, I love
Oh
Kendall.
my gosh, I didn't see Kendall's.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it either. And then Lauren.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Kendall
Oh,
jumped
yeah.
into December, I think on like day 5 or 6. He jumped in a little late, but he's killed it every day since then. Yeah, these are so good. These are so good. Shout out to Julie with Pudge, by the way.
Yes. Oh, Pudge.
I need Pudge to be a Lorcana card. I need that in my life.
Lauren.
Oh my god.
Lauren
totally.
like did a whole Renaissance thing. It's so crazy.
Yeah, that's the creation of 626.
It's so
Was that in
I
like an
want that.
hour? How long did that,
That
take
was
you?
very quick. It was very.
It was?
I wanted it to be because I really wanted to put
Is it on your
more, like
ceiling?
all of the alien of the council in the starship, and then I wanted Nani and like the rest of the Earthlings on this side in the wave.
Ooh.
Like because in the creation of David, there's like angels all over, right? They're just like crawling
Yeah.
all over.
Ooh, you
I
gotta
just
finish
wanted to
that.
replicate that. I didn't have enough time though. So.
Speaking of people who go way hard than they need to.
Don't stress out.
I was honestly thinking, who's showing off now, Lauren?
This did not take that long. It's only 4 characters. There's not that many.
Oh
my gosh.
And
People
Amanda
need
did
a-
3.
You need to hire Lauren, whoever. She works really fast. And she's awesome.
Unreal and like clever too.
Mhm. Yeah.
My rate is $1,000 an hour.
It should be.
You do if you can do like 5 of those images in an hour, That's
I
crazy.
know. Honestly, yeah, like $1,000 an hour. If you can do a day's worth of work in an hour, then why not? You know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be able to sell anybody on that. They wouldn't believe me.
Maybe.
I think you
Maybe.
could.
It is interesting. Like they on the Lorcana, I keep trying to connect, Lorcana for the fans watching, but there's some artists who they have working purely on the concept side. Some of them who can finish cards like really, really well. Mel Milton, for example, fantastic artist, has done a ton of concept work. Sam Nielsen has a card coming out that he's credited with. We don't know what it is yet, but we know he's got a card. But he's done like 30 different concept pieces. And so it is interesting that, based on a particular artist's talent and how fast they work, with concepts and everything, that they can serve that role in the game. And then they kind of, pick and choose who works on what based on, I don't know, how fast they can work. I don't know.
I want to hear more about this. I'll have to tune into your more of your episodes.
We do we nerd out over art a little bit.
Us too.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Match made in heaven.
Yeah. So I had to make sure we made it to Treasure Planet. Actually, I want to go to every day. What I love about what's interesting about Lorcana, like that we've seen, is when you ask people what their favorite cards are or why they got into the game, they do have their favorite art pieces, like I mentioned, Cookie's Tinkerbell and Stitch's manga and stuff. But the cards that generally get people into the game or that they're most excited about are characters that they think that they're the only ones who are fans of. Like I can't tell you the number of people who said that Sergeant Tibbs was the card that got them in the game. And they think that they're the only ones who know who that card is. And Treasure Planet, I feel like, is a movie that's like this sleeper hit that that everybody secretly loves, but they think they're like the only ones that loved it because it did so poorly at the box office. So I was super excited to see it here on the list.
Nice.
Really
Yeah,
good.
I have a theory about why it's a sleeper. My sister, so we're like millennials, I feel like Disney more than other generations because the Renaissance happened when we were kids. But this movie came out when we were getting a little bit older.
High school
And
for me.
yeah, we were in high school.
Yeah.
So I think
I didn't see it till I
becoming
was
uncool.
Oh, maybe.
But for me, I was like an angsty teen, so it was like perfect timing. It really resonated with me on so many levels. I loved this movie.
Well,
But
yeah,
yeah,
that's because we're all. Who doesn't like to watch cartoons? Well, first of all, there is an age where like cartoons, I guess, generally speaking, for teenagers or whatever, becomes uncool. It's childlike, but I will be a child until I'm dead. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be in a nursing home one day quoting Disney movies. I know everybody's going to get crazy.
I'll be right next to you.
Singing Phil Collins.
Yeah.
I want to know. Can you show me? I want
This
to
soundtrack
know.
was good too.
More like
Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
What's that one song you were
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
the
gonna be-
lyric one.
Whitney's going to be yapping and cussing.
I'm cutting. No, that was me.
I'm kidding.
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's funny. Anyway, but this is another one. Like Long John Silver, they gave us in like set 1 of Lorcana. It was like the only Treasure Planet card. It was like one of the last cards that we saw, and like people lost their minds, which was surprising again because I think there's so many people who think that they secretly love this movie, nobody else does. And Long John came out, and people freaked out, and it was cool. And then I lost it.
And then he
tournament
lost
because of
his
him, and
very first tournament because of that
Anyway,
card. So
now I'm
no
bitter
way.
that-
Oh,
yeah.
no.
I don't like Long John anymore.
and 5 months later, he still is complaining about it.
Sore spots. Some wounds never heal. Also, Lauren, I did appreciate your people to pets flip.
I know. I was
here.
trying something there. I was like,
No, I like it.
don't
I
know.
like it.
It worked. It worked.
Awesome.
It's because they're already like pets, so it was like really hard to like.
I don't know how you do that. That's so cool.
This is at the point where I was running out of time, and so I got less pictures on slides. But look at these beautiful pieces. Amanda Conrad, by the way, is not a Lorcana artist. I don't believe, unless we unless she's secretly a Lorcana artist. But
So
she's worked with Disney, and I love her art so much that I had to throw it in here and say, Ravensburger, call Amanda.
That was so cute.
Yeah, just some great pieces, and Alice's like traditional
that
piece.
one.
So,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the gouache piece.
yeah.
Yes,
Heck. My goodness gracious.
it's so pretty. I haven't tried that paint yet. I want to try it.
Gouache?
Yeah, I
I
haven't
have
done it yet.
No way. I'm shocked.
It's so expensive.
Yeah, it dry. I mean, I was thinking like hot girls use gouache. That's what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
thinking.
nice. Okay, that's accurate.
I appreciate that you all taught me how to say that word tonight, because I've seen it 1,000 times and it was like,
Guache.
guache.
Okay.
Guache. This is a guache piece.
Wow.
So thank you for
It's
that.
spelled crazy too.
All about education here. We are running short on time. I'm just gonna flip one or two more because I had to make it to magic. This was another one of the real like esoteric prompts that people took in some awesome directions. And man, one of my
Yeah, this
favorite.
one stumped me. I was really stumped on this one.
Really?
Sorry.
I went with my first gut response because
Yep.
I couldn't think.
Oh, the fart one. Everyone loved it.
Liam was like, I don't know if I can put Lauren's piece up during the
Well, I
stream.
could. Well, no,
You guys
I
aren't
ran out of
supposed
time
to
because
use
I didn't see it because you
God.
hid it behind that first image. So like I was looking through everybody's stuff and I was like, oh, there's no magic piece today. And I was like, oh wait, there's a hidden. Oh,
Farts.
Oh my gosh. You guys, no one told me this was G-rated. I'm sorry.
it's not.
It's not.
Okay. Anyway, Amanda, this face of this like manic like magic is the
Yes,
funniest
with their
thing.
eyes.
It's the
Yeah.
freaking best.
That was fun. That's how I feel like drawing this challenge.
Yeah, it's
It should be
true.
like-
I feel
Needs
it.
like, yeah, she just needs like, pencils and paintbrushes in her hands to run it down the stairs.
Oh my gosh, you know who I would match her with? That Frodo meme where he's like, I'm going on an adventure. You know? He's like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Perfect.
they'd be
funny.
friends.
Would be.
Aries piece here. We were with some artists this weekend who looked. I won't say names, but who looked at this and said, "Ari, you're giving Ravensburger all the ideas for Lorcana. Like that's gonna be a card."
Good.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh, Amanda, there it is again.
Yep.
So beautiful.
Back to the beast. Another artist here, Adriana Garcia. I don't think is a Lorcana artist as well. Again, unless we don't know it. But I had to throw this on there because it's just hilarious.
With the cone of shame.
So
I love that. See, that's
I
what
know.
it is. Like, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, that's perfect. Like, about he's just drawing the character now, but you added story to it too.
Yeah.
Like, that's the perfect,
Yeah.
perfect pose.
And Alice made a movie poster, which is brilliant. All right, we'll get one more, and then we'll have to get final thoughts and sign off because Atlantis was another. This is another movie I feel like that people love, but it's not thought of as like one of the mainstays.
The
Lauren's
most underrated, gorgeous goddess Kita gets no love, and that's why this is here. But
Is
yeah,
she-
everyone likes Milo, and then the other characters too. I can't remember their names. It was really surprising. It was great. What a good day.
Is she a Disney? She's not a princess, is she? They like never gave her
She's
the.
like goddess.
She's a princess.
She is. Oh,
But,
wow.
she's not like one of the official, like on the poster Disney, like the official like 12 Disney princess.
She didn't make
No,
it.
but
like-
like, isn't she? She's like truly like a goddess, though. Like in the
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is Miss Packard.
Yes. Yes, Wilhelmina. She is everything. Okay. Atlantis is one of my favorite movies of all time because of the one-liners. And I have a dog, not that one, but a made up one that eventually one day I will own. And its name is Lettuce because of Cookie's line. Do you guys remember Cookie's line?
No.
You don't remember? This movie's okay. It's
We'll watch it
Should we
tonight.
watch?
We're gonna watch it
it's
tonight.
remember Cookie's the cook on the thing,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
mad because he's got cilantro and he doesn't know what cilantro is. But he's like, what does he say? Well, lettuce. What is lettuce? I got your 4 basic food group: beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard.
No, nice.
So, anyways, my dog's name is Lettuce. I don't own it yet.
That's awesome.
But one day.
I'm never gonna hear that line again and watch the movie without thinking of this moment tonight.
Yeah.
That's so
I
funny.
got some more. I actually quote this movie in my everyday life too much, like a lot. Mostly Cookie. Cookie's the best.
I wonder if the movie got buried because they mentioned whiskey, the character smoking, like how like Eisner was like getting really like he tried to bury Emperor's New Groove, which we also have on the list because again, like it was so funny, and like Eisner almost like shut the whole thing down because he was like, it's just not on brand, and it's the funniest thing.
It's such a good movie.
I know. It's one of the best ones.
Yeah,
The first character was depicted in Emperor's New Groove.
Yes, exactly.
That was a special moment.
I didn't know that.
There's so many great moments. Such a good one. You guys, I just wanted to take a second, and I just peeled my nail polish off. So this is like, I have the worst manicure. Darko has been doing some amazing stuff too.
Yes.
Darko's so good.
Isn't that stunning?
Yeah, I saw that today too. He's killing it.
It's fantastic.
Yes, he's in the toy world. He does a lot of character illustration for toy packaging. But what a gifted human. Anyway, so he did a couple pieces. You guys check it out. And we should tell Ravensburger too, like, this guy's got it.
We're you're gonna say we should do one of these episodes with like all the artists that we want to see and just get them all and do like come on Ravensburger, we're gonna do this. Yeah.
If I were Ravensburger, I would be like, thank you for doing my helping me with my job. Not doing my job, obviously, but like, thank you so much for like making this easy on me. Like, why don't we do that?
Yeah,
Well,
and the fans get what they want. So hello, everybody wins. Yeah.
Well, I will say, speaking of doing their job for them, you all, I think, are doing part of their job for them. If they found Kendall Hale through a Disney Art Challenge, I guarantee that they're going to find somebody, at least one person, through the art challenge that you all created this month. So yeah, so we're
Mostly
super grateful.
Whitney created it. Amanda and I just poked her with a stick.
Oh my God. Give me a break. Thank you for being so generous. You're very kind. It was such a collaborative team effort. It's been so fun getting to hang out and talk. And Amanda, we never really like talked or hung out before this, and now I know so much about you, and I love it.
I know. Too much.
Oh no! Sorry, I'll reel it in. I'm the problem.
Well, anytime you all want to hang out and do this again, we are live every Monday. You just let us know. You just let us know. Maybe we'll do a wrap up at the end of December.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you all so much. Like any clothing thoughts? Any closing thoughts?
Yes, I have some clothing thoughts.
Yeah.
My shirts are available.
Buy her shirt.
Yes.
I have mermaids too. You want to be a mermaid? You can be a mermaid.
Oh man.
Oh, I saw that shirt.
Why
Yeah.
don't you do that yet?
Why isn't the shell down here?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's my clothing thought.
Like the crew neck. The crew neck.
I did ask for clothing thoughts. So now that we're through the clothing thoughts, any closing thoughts on December, Lorcana?
Oh my gosh. I want to say thank you guys for having us. Thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you all the artists who've been participating and having fun. This does not feel forced. It's not hard because it's just fun and we're all just getting to know each other and appreciating each other's work and each other's personalities, and it's just been so nice. So thank you for appreciating it and elevating it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been
Wow.
fun.
She said.
you've given us something to look forward to every single day of this month. So we're super excited. Well, thank you all so much. We're out of time, but this was great. And everybody, we're gonna put links to everybody in the chat. You should follow them all on social media because it's a treat.
And follow the hashtag December.
And follow the hashtag
31st.
December
Yeah.
until the 31st.
Diz.
December, not dismember.
Yes.
Unless you want to make it dark,
Yeah.
that's fine.
That's
Oh
a different challenge.
I loved an animation where he did Dismember, where he was singing, when his cat was singing a song from Snow White, and then it ate the birds.
Oh yeah.
It was funny. It was not as grotesque as what
It wasn't gross, but it was like, no, it's Dismember.
Ooh, that as well. Yeah. The Dismember challenge is something very different.
Yes.
Maybe for October next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.